Welcome to 30-Second Chances, where we ask deep, contemplative questions and provide far too little time to formulate thoughtful, reflective answers. My guest today is sound designer Jack Hotop. Jack, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Glad to hear it. Okay, you know the dance, 30 seconds on the clock, and then on to the next question. Are you ready?
I'm never ready, but that's what makes it fun.
Awesome. Okay, question number one. Describe your job to me using only cooking terminology.
Well, I like to cook with a lot of different spices, and I don't follow recipes well because I prefer to create my own. Sometimes I follow the rules, but I've found that breaking the rules has always been more fun. I found that to be true in music and in cooking as well, and I've decided to follow a career in music as opposed to being a chef.
That was brilliant, and you got in under the bell. I mean, what more can I ask here? Next question. What's the most annoying piece of gear you've ever had in your studio?
Well, for me, I have a water phone. And for the viewers who are not familiar with the water phone, it's this unusual little object. Now, the water phone can be played in a variety of ways.
Looks like a bong.
Yes, it does look like a bong, and it can be used that way, but I've never done that. If you use a violin bow, I found that men like the sound and women actually hate the sound. So it's shrill. My bow's on the other side of the room. I'm not going to get that. So the water phone, even though I like it, women do not like it when it's bowed. They don't like to hear it that way.
Great for a first date, right?
That's right.
Next question. How has the growth of immersive audio impacted your work in sound design?
I don't think it's impacted it yet. You know, it makes me think of the time in the 70s when I went to see Emerson, Lake and Palmer on the brain salad surgery tour. They had a quad PA for the end of the, and it went around. Even Jethro Tull during Thick as a Brick. When I was at Berkeley in the 70s, my roommate and I had one of those realistic little boxes that made our speakers in quad. When we go to a movie theater and we have speakers in front of us on the
Next
side
question.
and the rear. Okay.
What's the worst mistake you've ever made in a professional setting? You only get one.
There are many, but probably one of my favorite ones is being a keyboard player. And I had a gig. I invited my friend who always helps me lug gear, Rich Maffei, for years. And I said, okay, we got to go to New Jersey, do the gig, load up the car, get the keyboards and everything together. And I got to the gig and there was no wire bag for the power supplies, audio, for everything that I needed. So I had to scramble, make a lot of phone calls, call in favors. I got through it, but I was quite embarrassed. Here comes Jack, Mr. Technical Guy, without his wires.
Next question. If you could have one pointless or semi-useless superpower, what would it be?
I think I would like to have the ability to make people laugh uncontrollably. Just think about it. You could be in a parking lot like a Target or a supermarket and people are coming out with bundles and bags and all of a sudden you go, whoop, make them laugh uncontrollably, double over, tears coming out of their eyes. But other people wouldn't be laughing. They just would be looking. Or walk into a doctor or a dentist office and when the doctor comes out, just look at everyone in the office and make them laugh while you sit there straight face. So I think the gift of making people laugh uncontrollably would be my silly superpower.
So hysteria, man. Boy, you'd be a hit at funerals.
I thought about that as well. I just didn't mention that. That's like Miles, think of a note and don't play it.
Exactly, yes. Okay, I'm going to now put 30 seconds on the clock and allow you to use it for whatever you want. You can plug something you're working on. You can ask me a question. You can do whatever you want to with it. 30 seconds, it's all yours, and go.
Okay, well, of course, I'm always working on projects for Korg. I could tell you about them, but then I would have to kill you. For fun and good times, I do have a Genesis tribute band called Afterglow, and we've been doing some streaming, some local gigs. But I do have a question for you, Daniel. I've noticed that I went to your site and I was reading this interesting thing about trampolines and winning combination, and all of a sudden it says, wee-wee needed to design a system. I want you to tell me about Wee Wee, this guy that you talk about on your site, because and what is his job function? What other things has he done? And if you have time, I would like to tell me your favorite color and the velocity of an African swallow.
Ooh, well, you've used up all your time just asking the question, but Wee Wee is actually our Wee Wee is part of our staff, and Wee Wee is in charge of typos. And as you may have noticed, Wee Wee isn't doing a very good job. My favorite color is translucent, and the speed of an African swallow depends on what type of liquid we're talking about.
Is it laden or unladen? Either would be a fine answer.
It's unsalted.
Okay.
Well, that concludes our game. Thank you very much for being our guest. It's been a pleasure having you.
Likewise, I enjoy your interviews and cast immensely. Keep up the fantastic work. I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you very much.